Boom.
BK.
Hey, Paula, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Excellent, excellent.
Let me
All
get
right,
this.
so let me set this up for America out here right now. So, okay, guys, we're going live. Second coach today in our Power Hour with NCAA D1 softball coaches. We have Paula Congleton, head coach from University of New Mexico, the Lobos, Mountain West. She's been their head coach for the last 3 years. She is one of the most decorated Lobo players of all time. I think an 82 grad from there. Played first base, scholar athlete 4 years in a row, and in 1981 academic All-American. Excellent job. I've known Paula for probably 20 years now.
Yeah.
We go back from her days at Santa Barbara City College. She's a good friend, great coach. So we're pumped to have you on. Pumped to have you on Team Easton, Paula.
Yeah. Thank you, BK. It's wonderful to be on with you, and thank you so much for the opportunity. And man, I'm already getting old, so I graduated in '83.
Time flies
Yeah.
when you're having fun. And I'll tell everybody out there. So I was on the phone with you. You called me, I don't know, 3.5 years ago. And you were like, BK, I got something to tell you. Like, I'm interviewing for the New Mexico job. And you were so fired up. And, didn't hear anything for a week or two. And then, boom, you called. And I could hear the sheer excitement. Like, you were so fired up to get that job. I mean, going back to your alma mater, what does that mean to you to lead this UNM Lobo softball squad?
Oh man, I mean, it's a dream come true. It's full circle for me. I mean, how many coaches get to have their mom sitting in the stands every single game, right? So super cool. A lot of family, but really just bringing back that pride and tradition in a program that we all know so well in New Mexico. I mean, we don't have any pro teams in New Mexico, so everyone is really a Lobo, right? So bringing this program back to what the premier program it once was is so exciting for me. It's what drives my passion. You know, you've been around me for so many years, and I have been a fan of Easton for, the 20 years that we've known each other. And, Easton products are the way to go. I mean, our kids had, 26 games under our belt, and we got to use that new advanced Ghost. I mean, hot right off the wrapper, right? I mean, phenomenal bat. But not only that, BK, your equipment fits our kids. We go from the chest protectors to the gear, to our custom gloves, to our batting gloves. I mean, everything that you guys produce is top the line. And for me as a coach, whether it was at Santa Barbara City College and now at UNM, so proud to be here. Easton, I mean, you know it. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. So I love that you can still be my rep, and that you were part of me and will always be a part of what we're doing here.
You got it. We got a good relationship, and we make a solid team. And it's one thing that I haven't really touched on with any of like the interviews I've had with coaches, but this company Easton is dedicated to making the best product for softball players and for women. We've got Julie Burney, played at UCLA. She runs our softball stuff, and I mean it is good. We've got our engineer who designs all the bats is a girl. So we're doing a great job, and Jen Schroeder and all these ambassadors that we've got with us. I mean, we've got a good movement going on, and it's good to hear from a college coach that the girls and you love the equipment that you're getting and that it's performing. I mean, obviously it's performing.
Yeah. And you know what, it's also really great, BK, is, I mean, we're at 5,400 feet elevation. Everybody's like, oh, go to New Mexico, go to Lobos, and you're going to jack the ball out. You know what? It still takes talent. You still got to hit the ball.
Sure.
But when we do, Cameron O'Grady, Andrea Howard, I mean, those kids are jacking the ball into our tennis courts, I mean, they're hitting the ball 200, 250, so definitely performing. But I'm going to give you a cue on the other one, and kudos is your warranty and the way you guys get our bats back to us. Bat breaks, I get it in the mail, boom, in 4 or 5 days I've got another bat. Something happens to our catcher's gear, you get it to me. So not only do you guys have the best and quality as far as your equipment, but your service is also very, very good.
Good stuff. Thank you. Okay, so let's talk a little Lobo softball. So
Yeah.
You guys were having a fun year. I mean, and you can talk about both these things. I'll kind of set it up. You were one of very few teams to get to play USA team on their Stand Beside Her tour out at the Mary Nutter. So tell us about that, and then also tell us about the way the season ended, and like, you know, what I mean, how do you go about this shutdown?
Yeah, yeah, heartbreaking. First of all, for all athletes, for everyone, for students on any campus, high school, college, whatever, right? But yeah, super excited when we had the opportunity to play Team USA. Mike Erickson, just an icon, and just the players on that particular team that are representing the United States was a phenomenal opportunity. And we went in, I mean, of course, should they beat us? Absolutely, right? They're the greatest in the world.
Yeah.
But for us to hang in there for 4 innings and then do some of the stuff that we did, I mean, Andre Howard hitting the first home run off of him,
Yeah,
right?
that was fantastic.
Banged it out of the park. And, just a follow-up hit with that, double down the left field line from Bailey Klitsky. And then her on the mound, I don't know if you guys know this, but Bailey, we hadn't really been pitching Bailey much, kind of struggling a little bit. And we thought, what the heck? Let's put her out there. Let's let her work through things. This is, what do we got to lose, right? So when she was striking out some of those batters and doing some really great things, I mean, what a confidence builder, right?
Oh,
So
for sure.
phenomenal opportunity for us. The first weekend out, we're at GCU. We lose to GCU, but we come back. We beat Stanford. Boom, Pac-12 team. So it was really great. I set my schedule up and the Lobo schedule up to be very competitive and to give us those top 25 teams, top 50 teams. And I think that prepares us better for conference and, having the opportunity to step on the same field with U.S. Olympic team. You can't get any better than that.
I mean, that is unbelievable. And, all right, so I had an idea as you were mentioning that. So that pitcher who got to come in and pitch against them, who hadn't been pitching a lot. Softball is a game of failure. It's a game where you got to stay ready because you never know when your time is coming. So how do you keep your players ready day in and day out to be ready for that challenge when it comes? Because you don't know if today is going to be your chance,
Yeah, absolutely. This is a perfect time for us right now. Actually, I mean, everybody's sad that we're not playing. It's going to come back. We need to take care of America. We need to take care of people, right? A
Sure.
game is a game. So, we always talk about being selfless and always working on yourself. And we also talk to our players at the beginning of the season about what their role is. Like, everybody can step out of a role, but understand what your role is and understanding how you can help a team. We don't like our kids to be stat watchers. We don't care if we're at the top of the leaderboard, because the bottom line is, if we're at the top of the leaderboard, then our team is winning and everybody's happy. So that's kind of how we keep our kids prepared. We work a lot on the mental game and about positive thoughts and positive self thinking and things like that. So that stuff is huge with me. That's kind of my baby when we're talking about the team. Tyler is a phenomenal infield coach, and we both handle the hitting.
Yep.
And then Bree Maha Peterson, who, phenomenal pitcher for Arizona State, helped lead them to the College World Series, right? So I've got a great staff. So I think the blend of all of us is a really great complement to the type of players that we're recruiting. We want that player that can complement what our environment and our culture is. We talk about perseverance, the natural leaders that rise to the top and not looking out for themselves. And I mean, that's really important to us, especially coming in and now driving through my third year, is developing that Lobo pack mentality. And I mean, what a greater mascot for us to have than the Lobo, right?
Yep.
I mean, it's the Spanish wolf. We run in packs, and that's what we thrive on, is running as a pack and developing that. So I really feel like our players, they're working hard. Our strength coach is giving them workouts. We talk to them on Zoom calls. We have breakout calls. We talk to them about our mission, about areas of excellence, and about behavior. What are you doing when you're not wearing a uniform? What are you doing when you wear a uniform? So we talk about all of those values and always staying ready. So when Bailey had the opportunity to pop in for the U.S. Olympic game, I mean, she was ready, because that's part of the foundation that we create.
Very cool stuff. I mean, that is unbelievable insight into your coaching style, what you're looking for. You got me fired up right there, Paula.
Nice. Good. You got to
So
come back out here. Hey, I got to tell you just real quick, and I know you'll probably hit on it, but man, we've done some really cool stuff with Lobo Field in my short time
I
here.
was going to talk about that. Yeah. What are you guys doing out there?
Yeah, so we created a Pace Cantrell nutritional area. Former Lobos of one was Texas Tech Raider, but Kenna Cantrell has been phenomenal. Karen Pace, top leader. I mean, phenomenal player and supporter. We've got a little nutrition center. We just got brand new lockers in that locker room, self-ventilating. They've got charging ports, beautiful looking lockers. And then we moved into our indoor hitting facility and redid that whole thing. We've got pitching machines in there that are self-feed. So if the kids want to go in there, work out on their own, we don't have to be standing there.
Sure.
And then one of the coolest things that I'm so proud of is what Lobo Field looks like. When you walk through that player's entrance into our dugout and boom, you see that red padding from field wall pads. Oh my gosh. I mean, and then we got the Lobo out there in center field. I mean, super excited about that. I mean, yeah, any team that came to our field, they were just like, wow, wow. So, you know,
Yeah,
you get that
I would
word.
say it's a great place, and you have done amazing stuff there. And I think it's your passion. You were a player there, and the administration believes in you, and they want to build that thing. So the culture that you're building at Lobo Stadium, Lobo Field, and in Albuquerque is pretty great, you know.
Yeah, yeah, super
And
excited.
the
I mean,
kids spend so much time there that you have to build a great place for them because they are there all the time. So the nicer the place, the more family it feels like.
oh, absolutely, absolutely, and phenomenal, and great for our recruiting, and just, I mean, overall fantastic. I mean, some of the things that we're going to be doing in the future is building a good, probably 20,000 square foot indoor facility with 6 cages, 4 bullpens, and a
Wow.
complete infield. So the cool thing about UNM was they bought a lot of property.
Yeah, and you do have a lot out there. All right, so one last question for you. You are a New Mexico native.
Yeah.
The best green chili, the Hatch green chili burger out there.
Oh yeah.
Where is it?
Ooh, man. Well, you know, Sadie's does a phenomenal job
Oh,
with
that place will
their,
light you up. Yeah,
yeah.
it'll
That's
light you up.
right. That's right. You were there. So
Killed me.
Sadie's, Monroe's, Garcia's, all phenomenal places. BK, you got to get back out here.
I'll be out there. I'm thinking about taking my 2 kids on like a tour to all these schools, like, because, you know, I can
Yeah,
only teach so much math and English at home to a first and third grader.
that's awesome. Yeah, we'll get up to the tram. When things start opening up, we'll get up to the tram. It takes you from 5,400 elevation all the way up to 10,300 feet.
Sandia Peak. I know some stuff.
Yeah, yeah,
Yep.
that's
See?
right.
Right. Hey, Paula, listen, we love having you on here. Love having you a member of Team Easton. New Mexico, great tradition. Great tradition of your softball program. Love having you on with us. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, thank you, BK. Go Lobos.
You got it.